Hello. For all schools that buy into our servicing and compliance work, we also offer a reactive and emergency service. So this is when there are problems in the school. So it might be that the roof is leaking, that the toilets won't flush, or the electric won't come on. And there's an emergency and an immediate issue which needs to be attended to at school. Now, it's really important when you get in touch with DB Services to explain this, that you give us as much information as you can about what the situation is. There's three ways to get in touch with us, either through the portal, which can be found in the top right-hand corner of our homepage, or through an email, or by simply picking up the phone and calling us on 01254 958 850 and pressing option 1. Now, in all those circumstances, the more information you can give us about the issue in the school, the better. So what is the nature of the issue? Where is it in the school? What type of contractor do you want to go and attend to that? And if you have a specific contractor in mind, that's always helpful. And if you have a photograph of the affected area, that's also very useful to be able to pass on to the contractor. Once you have given us that information, we will then contact a contractor in the area to come and attend to that as soon as possible. What we say is that we try and limit that work to £500. So if the contractor arrives on site and can deal with that issue for less than £500, we ask them just to get on with that work, as the school clearly needs that to be done in order for the school to be functioning properly. If, however, the contractor gets there and the work is going to be above £500, we want to be able to protect the school in some way. So we will then get in touch with the school and ask how they want to proceed. Do they want the work to go ahead anyway, even though it's going to cost more than £500, or do they perhaps want more quotes on what this work will actually cost? Once the work has been done, the invoice is sent to us for checking, but then that invoice is passed on directly to the school for payment. DB Services doesn't take an uplift in any of that. It passes on the invoice that the contractor sends, but it's the school's responsibility to pay that invoice for the emergency and reactive work that takes place. In terms of office hours for that, we are in the office between 8 o'clock in the morning and 4:30 in the afternoon. So if you have any issues within those times, then please contact us in one of the three ways, and one of my colleagues in the reactive and emergency team will be able to assist. Now, very occasionally, schools do have emergencies outside our office hours, and there's two distinct approaches to that. Generally, when there is an emergency outside office hours, it is to do with either the boiler, the fire alarm, or the security alarm. Now, in each of those instances, the thing the school should do is contact their boiler servicer, their fire alarm servicer, or their security alarm servicer, not DB Services. Now, you can find the number for the contract you need on that on our website. If you go to our homepage, on the top banner, it says emergency call out. If you click on that, it will give a list of all the companies that we use to service boilers, fire alarms and security alarms. It's important, though, that you know which company it is that services yours. So perhaps just put a label on your boiler, your security alarm, your fire alarm, just to tell you which company it is and perhaps their contact details. Because if there's an emergency to do with that outside office hours, please phone them directly. Now, if there is an emergency outside office hours that isn't to do with the boiler, with the fire alarm, with the security alarm, often it's the case that you probably need to dial 999 and call emergency services to deal with whatever issue is in the building. Above that, though, DB Services is on hand if it can help, although bearing in mind that it's pretty limited what we can perhaps do out of hours. But if you phone the office number out of hours, you will be directed to somebody at DB Services who may be able to help in a real dire emergency situation. DB Services will also deal with some quotes for schools if that is appropriate, but these quotes are very much restricted to work to ensure that the school does stay open, safe, warm and dry. We don't really get involved in quotes for large capital projects, although we can direct you to companies and consultants who may be able to help with that. But if you need a quote for small, relatively small scale works, I think it might be on the back of a reactive call out, then please do get in touch, but we do need it in writing what you need. So please send us an email if you need a quote request. Of course, if you need anything from us in terms of reactive and emergency services, then please do call us on 01254 958 850 and press option 1, where we will be here to help. And as I said in all these videos, if you would like someone from DB Services to come out and visit the school and to talk to you about the services we offer, then please don't hesitate to get in touch, and we will be delighted to come and visit. Thank you.